In the quiet, snow-covered village of Kobach, Alaska, lived a boy named Eli Thompson. Kobach was a tiny world of a few hundred people, one school, and endless frozen wilderness. Life was simple, sometimes too simple, but Eli's mind was always burning with questions. At night, as the wind howled and temperatures dropped, Eli would listen to his father talk about their struggles. Son, he'd say, our village is poor not because we are lazy, but because no one taught us how money works. Those words stuck with Eli. While other kids played in the snow, he played with numbers. While they dreamed of hunting, he dreamed of building a world where people weren't trapped by poverty. But fate had other plans. When Eli was 12, a massive winter storm hit Kobach. Supply planes couldn't land, food ran low, fuel ran out. He watched families struggle to survive with no savings, no financial plan, and no support. One night, his mother whispered, Eli, never let life hit you unprepared. Learn the system so you can change it. Kobach had no malls, no cinemas, and the internet was a luxury, but it had one small community library. Inside that dusty cabin, Eli discovered the books that would shape his destiny. Economics in one lesson, The Wealth of Nations, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. He didn't just read, he absorbed them. He started asking questions in school his teachers couldn't answer, like why do prices rise? And why do some nations stay poor? His teacher once told him, Eli, maybe you're meant for something bigger than this village, and she was right. At 18, Eli earned a small scholarship and left Kobach, a place people rarely leave. At the airport, his mother hugged him tight. Go, Eli, learn the world, then come back and fix ours. He arrived at the University of Washington, overwhelmed by the tall buildings and noise. People mocked his old winter coat and his accent, calling him Ice Boy, but Eli didn't fight back with anger. He fought back with excellence. He studied constantly, worked washing dishes, and slept only 4 hours a night. He wasn't the smartest, he was the most determined. In his second year, the university held an economic innovation challenge. While other students focused on AI or banking, Eli worked on a problem he had lived, remote poverty. His proposal, a community-based microeconomic model for small, isolated populations, stunned the judges. It was unique, powerful, and practical. Eli won first place, and his model was published internationally. The boy from a tiny Alaskan village now had the world's attention. After graduation, Eli traveled to remote communities in Africa, Nepal, and Siberia. Everywhere he saw the same patterns, hardworking people trapped in broken financial systems. He began teaching them basic financial literacy, resource management, and micro investments, and something amazing happened. People began to rise, villages grew, businesses started, his work spread, and soon he was speaking at the World Bank, the IMF, and Harvard. A journalist once asked him, how did someone from a frozen village in Alaska become a global economist? Eli smiled and replied, because I felt the cold of poverty and I never wanted anyone else to feel it. Years later, Eli returned to Kobach. The village hadn't changed much, but seeing him return as a global figure gave everyone hope. He built Alaska's first community economic center, a scholarship foundation, and a microloan system. His father, now old, placed a hand on his shoulder and said, you changed the world, son, but the greatest thing you did was come back. Eli replied softly, I promised Mom I would. Eli Thompson became known as the economist of the people, a man who simplified economics for ordinary lives and brought financial knowledge to the places the world forgot. But he always said, I am just a boy from Alaska who refused to let the cold freeze his dreams. Thank you for watching. If this story inspired you, please like and subscribe for more content that empowers and uplifts.